Hello friends, welcome to the next lecture of the JCE Connect series of online lectures. We are into module 4 and dealing with the topic centroid. In the previous lecture, we have started with the next type of examples, that is the cutout sections. Let's go further ahead with one more example of the same type. So this is our example number 9. We have to locate the centroid of the section shown in the figure. Now from the figure you can clearly recognize that again the circle portion in this figure is a cutout part which needs to be subtracted. So it is a relatively bigger figure with a triangular section, a rectangle section, a semicircle and a circle which is the cutout section. So directly in the first view itself I have given you all the divided shapes. Okay, the dotted lines which are appearing here may not be directly given to you all. Okay, you need to mark those lines. Then we have the y and the x axis which keeps the figure in the first quadrant itself, which we have to use for our reference. So our first shape is the rectangle. Okay, so if we look at the height of the rectangle, it is 50 plus 50, that is 100, because you look in the semicircle, okay, you get the radius there, and the diameter of the semicircle, that is the base of the semicircle, is the height of the rectangle. So it will be 50 plus 50, that is 100. Now these are the small things which you will have to pick up in the given example very much properly. Whereas the base width of the rectangle is 60 plus 60, which is 120. Now second is your semicircle, okay, pi r square by 2, which has a radius of 50. Third element is a triangle at the top which has a height of 60 and a base width of 60 plus 60, that is 120. Then we have a circular portion which is our cutout, so area has to be taken as minus. Radius of this section is 20 mm. Hopefully the figure is clear. We have divided the figure into 4 parts. The fourth one is a cutout section, hence the area for that fourth section, which is a circle, has to be taken negative. So now we'll go ahead a bit faster in this example. Okay, so in the next step, let's go to the table as well as the figure together. Now this is how you should be able to solve with proper practice. Now if we take the first component, that is the rectangle, which is number 1. Area of the rectangle as explained is 120 by 100. Now the x component directly from the vertical axis will be 120 by 2. You will be able to get it directly. Then y component also you will get it directly as d by 2, that is 100 by 2. So we will get a1 x1 and a2 x2. Then next is your semicircle. Okay, so for the semicircle, pi r square by 2 is your area. Now x, to locate x2 for the semicircle, x2 will be 4r by 3 pi plus 60 plus 60. Okay, because we are locating the centroid of the semicircle with respect to the vertical axis, and semicircle itself is at a distance of 120 from the vertical axis. So whatever will be the distance will be 120 plus. So in this case we get 120 plus 4r by 3 pi. Then next, y2 for the semicircle is easy, which is nothing but your radius, that is diameter divided by 2, which will be 15. So we will get the values a2 x2 and a2 y2. Then third portion is your triangle. So area of the triangle is half base into height. Base is 120, height is 60. So how we get x1 here? Okay, x1 is easy. X1 you will get by 1/3 of the base width. Now see here, our vertical side is lying along the axis itself. Okay, so it's the case where we are locating the CG about the vertical side itself, which will be 1/3 of the base, which you can take directly. Now when you come to locate y3, that is the vertical distance of the centroid of the triangle from your reference axis. So y3 will be nothing but, now you mark this, okay, you yourself try and mark them. I cannot mark every time and give you all and make life easy. Okay, so you all also give a try with this example. How will be y3? Y3 will be nothing but 100, which is the height of the below rectangle on which the triangle is sitting, 100 plus h by 3. Okay, when you take h by 3 from the centroid, you reach to the base of the triangle, and from the base of the triangle, the horizontal axis is at what distance? It is at 100 mm. So your y3 becomes 100 plus h by 3, that is 1/3 of 60. So you get a3 x3 and a3 y3. So for the last figure, which is the circle, the area will be taken as negative because it is a cutout section. So area will be minus pi r square. Now x for this will be directly 60 because it is symmetrical. Okay, and you can see that 60 distance comes exactly at the center of the circle, and y will be directly, you can take it as 50, 50. Okay, because again you see that center of the circle matches the center of the diameter of the semicircle, which is at a height of 50. Okay, so from the figure you can clearly get it, or 100 by 2 as shown. Okay, but I think what is better is directly you can take 50 because center of the circle lies at the center of the rectangle itself, hence they have taken it as 100 by 2. Okay, so then you find a4 x4 and a4 y4, which both will carry a negative sign. Okay, so I have rushed a bit through this example because I want now you all to understand the concept and do the things on your own. Every problem, if I sit explaining in detail, you will not be able to do it, but when you do this sum in your book, do that sum in detail. Okay, so after we get all this, our next step is very easy, where we have to take summation ax, summation ay and summation of the area. Then we get the coordinates as x bar is equal to summation ax upon a, y bar is equal to summation ay upon a. Okay, so these are the two examples with respect to the cutout section. Two more examples of the cutout section I will give you all for practice. I hope that you will practice those examples properly and come up with the answers. Thank you.